There is a lot to like about Dishonored. The world is fabulously detailed and thoughtfully filled, the story is engaging and intriguing, the art style is unique and beautifully rendered, and the gameplay is carefully reasoned and expertly executed. There are many, many reasons why you should like this game. Objectively, it's very well made and completely original. Okay, so I didn't like it. So I guess there's at least one data point in opposition to everything I just said. But unless you have very specific tastes in games, you probably would like it. I'm just weird, I swear. It's a really good game I just happen to not like. There are many good things I can say about Dishonored. First, let's talk about the city of Dunwall. The way this game introduces you to the city and the way the actual city is built are both about as flawless as you can get. Each of the districts feels distinct and foreign, and they all actually feel like a city. Plenty of games dump you into what they call a city without managing to make it believable. They'll leave you wondering what that building is, why it's there, what idiot decided that was a good floor plan, why are these pipes here, why are they leaking radioactive fluids, who installed this ventilation system, and where does it even go? Why can I open this door, but not that one? Who laid out these sewers, and why are they filled with explosive barrels? Why is there an invisible wall keeping me from going down that street? And that's all just in Half-Life. But Dishonored bucks that trend. Can't go through a doorway? There's two simple reasons for that. It's either bricked over or otherwise blocked, or you just can't go through that doorway yet. Locked doors? There's a key somewhere. Finding it is another story, but if you manage that, all the doors are open to you. Think you should be able to hide under that table? Of course you can. Maybe you should be able to slide through that window? Go for it. Dishonored hits a level of detail that even completely open-world games sometimes miss, and it's fantastic to not feel like you're being artificially contained by the game's developers. Dunwall is also incredibly pretty in a disease-ridden, filthy sort of way. The art style, which echoes classical painting techniques in many ways, lends a sort of surreal reality to the whole place that is pretty convincing even 4 years later. There's just enough artistic liberty scattered among the realism to handily avoid the uncanny valley, which is something that occasionally bothers me with today's crop of hyper-realistic games. Happily, so far it looks like retaining the art director from Dishonored is going to result in that same gorgeous style for Dishonored 2. Another wonderful thing about Dishonored is its story, or rather almost lack thereof. It begins with what in storytellers' parlance is termed an inciting event, and then almost immediately drops you into a digital choose-your-own-adventure tale. There are specific objectives that you have to complete in order to get the story to progress, of course, it wouldn't really be a game without objectives. But the hours of play getting to those objectives are really pretty open. How you approach the entire game between stealth and outright murder rampages is entirely up to you, and the whole game reacts according to your choice. There are advantages and disadvantages either way, and you'll get an entirely different experience in the end. The main plot points will also change based on the choices that you make, and having an RPG that offers a game world altered by choice and then actually respecting your choices is not as common as you might hope. What's especially nice is that all of your choices affect the world around you, not just the choices you make during dialogue trees. On that note, there really aren't dialogue trees. Conversations are brief and tend to be one-sided, which if you're a huge fan of Telltale games might be a bad thing. I rather liked it, though I'll admit I'm looking forward to having a voiced character in the sequel. Playing every game as Gordon Freeman gets a little tedious after a while. Maybe my favorite thing about Dishonored, though, is the actual gameplay Arcane Studios developed for the city of Dunwall. You can go high or low, you can kill up close, silently, or from a distance. You get a required end result, but the how is completely unanswered, and they actually give you a number of perfectly viable gameplay mechanics to get things done. I personally prefer the stealth approach, so I spend a lot of time crouching behind low walls watching the sightlines of guards through dark vision and then blinking onto ledges or behind boxes when their backs were turned. Sending mobs of rats in to finish off the people in your way is also an option, as is leaving behind a pile of ash every time you kill someone so as not to alert the other guards with a body. You can also just dump everything on making Corvo harder to kill, and then charge in with a sword and pistol drawn. Arcane was very generous with polished game mechanics, and it really rewards putting your own spin on how you do stuff. The music and sounds are also really well done, and they're even integrated into the gameplay. The sounds that you make affect how well you can sneak, and that applies to the surfaces that you're walking on. Avoid bushes and piles of trash when you're sneaking. Even the difference between footsteps on cobblestone versus slate shingles is audible. Don't make noise while you're sneaking up behind somebody, and don't bump into them either, because that will alert them as well. The AI in the game will actually respond to your presence, to the extent of alerting other guards who will all have heightened alertness as a result. It adds a level of difficulty to what in many ways is already a merciless game, and that raises the stakes and ratchets up the tension. Ah, but I hear you all grabbing at your quills right now. Wait just 1 second, you scratch across to parchment, pausing to dunk the nib into an inkwell. You've spent 5 minutes gushing over how wonderful this game is, yet you started out by broadcasting that you didn't actually like it. What gives? Okay, first, put the quill down before you splash ink all over your phone. Why are you even using a quill anyways? Second, you'll remember that I said, well, I didn't like it, it is objectively a good game. I'd say even great. I can look past my personal opinions far enough to say that this game is well made and certainly worth your time and the price of admission. Barring some kind of ridiculous stupidity, I'm betting the sequel will be as well. So why didn't I like it? Alright, fine, I'll admit it. I didn't like it because it was hard. Happy? Yes. I played it on easy. I might have been able to play through on medium difficulty even. But as I've said before, I like a casual experience. The game has a great story and great gameplay in a great world, but I'm just not very good at this sort of thing, so I didn't completely enjoy it. Part of that may be because the playstyle that best suits me is non-violent stealth, but that can take quite a long time to do properly, and I'm also easily bored. I know, I am impossible to please. That said, I'm rather excited about non-violent combat options in Dishonored 2, and that might just be the key to flipping my personal experience. So despite my biases, I can see pretty clearly that Dishonored is a great game. It deserves a sequel, and I hope that the second one fits me a little better, because I'm totally going to play it, and I do really want to get through it without killing everybody when I don't take the time to stealth properly. And if you're interested in the sequel but aren't sure how you feel, grab the original and give it a whirl. For $10 on Steam right now, you really can't go wrong, because objectively, it's a great game. So if you don't think so, there might be something wrong with you. But don't worry, I think you're in great company. Thanks for watching! Blink on down to the comments and let us know your favorite ability from Dishonored. If you're excited for Dishonored 2, use your dark vision to locate the like button and let us know. And don't forget to, possess the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this one. For more great platform-inclusive content, follow the links in the description of the devouring swarm below. And be sure to wind blast all your friends our way. We'll see you next time.